All right, this second video is going to focus on, again, reading speed graphs, but also talk about something called acceleration. Acceleration. And the definition for acceleration is the change in velocity over time. And we really haven't, up to this point, if we're watching the videos in order, we haven't really discussed this term velocity. And we'll get to it, and we've probably covered it in class. But for now, our acceleration is basically getting faster, or getting slower. Okay, simple as that. All right, so now if we look at our first example in the red here, we saw that it was at a constant rate, that it was a straight line, and it went, the speed was 400 meters over, 8 seconds. 8 seconds, and that came out to 50 meters per second, and that was its speed. This line here was, let's see, the speed was 100 meters over a span of 5 seconds, and that turned out to be 20 meters per second. And then finally, the blue, it was 300 meters, 300 meters in 3 seconds, and we ended up with 100 meters per second. All of this is from that first video. Now, looking at it, then we can just kind of analyze and say, all right, it went 20 meters per second here. It went 100 meters per second here. So from this line to this line, of course, it went faster. All right, so it acceleration, and we call that a positive acceleration because it was getting faster. If it was getting slower, we would call that a negative acceleration. I'm using the symbols just because I'm too lazy to spell it out and I don't have room. So in this case, it was a positive acceleration because it went from 20 meters per second and then it sped up to 100 meters per second. And so when you look at a graph on some sort of test or some sort of standardized test, and you see a curved line, maybe it looks something like that. Okay, tell you what, let's just change that. Give it another color. We've got red there. What am I missing? Let's try purple. All right. So if you get a line that's kind of, that's kind of like this. It kind of curves this way, right? And if I can hide that and hide that, then a curved line that's going up, that's going to be a sign that it is a positive acceleration. All right, positive acceleration means that it's going to be kind of a curve like that. Okay, and in contrast, a negative acceleration, let me find a better color. A negative acceleration would be something like that. Okay, negative acceleration, or deceleration, you might have heard that term, and it would look more like that. Okay, and again, going back to that first video, whether it would be the blue or the purple or even the red, they all ended up in the same place in the same amount of time. So regardless of how it got there, its average speed would have been, like we said before, 50 meters per second. But the way the purple got there, it went slow and then sped up. Okay, just like and the lines that we showed before, right? It was something like that. Right. So those two lines, it was started off slower and then it sped up. So that is a positive acceleration. And then in this case, it went fast and then it slowed down. All right, so since it was slowing down, it would be a negative acceleration. But at the end of the 8 seconds, it still traveled 400 meters. So its average speed, again, average speed was all 50 meters per second. Okay, I hope that didn't confuse you. Thanks for watching.